The people need to see this beast in action. And I swear to you that I will not begin my quest until I finish this segue to our sponsor.
No, you're not.
Well, not yet.
Well, after you disassemble, we'll double check.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much for being so accommodating, you guys. All I need now is somewhere to perform the surgery. Oh, and this segue to our sponsor. Man, this might not be just throwing my money away after all. And this might not be throwing away this segue to our sponsor. Legacy serial ports. I don't know about that one personally, but I do know I'm a serial segwayer who's gonna tell you about our sponsor. Or you might just get left high and dry, separated from your money. You know what won't leave you high and dry? This segue to our sponsor. What's the worst that could happen if we tried to fix it? Oh.
I mean, it's already broken. I don't maybe right here, actually.
I'm never gonna get tired of that joke. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm never gonna get tired of telling you about our sponsor. So we're gonna be giving you guys the full rundown once they arrive, which is why I need this segue to our sponsor. Then they just wait a few years, implement it, and then don't mention the competition at all, kind of like how I've gone through this whole video without mentioning our sponsor. Building a proper shielded test chamber is a lot more complicated than this, or this, or this, or this segue to our sponsor. The chamber was designed to comply with IEEE 299, just like this segue complies with the Association for Segue Standardization 4.20, Segue. And there it is. Huh, what the heck is going on here? We haven't even told you about our sponsor. You're probably not resorting to hacks like this, whether we're talking the potentially scammy commercial ones or our functional DIY versions. Functional. Like this functional segue to our sponsor. And why did they design it for desktop rather than rack mount use? Why is it that I'm not gonna answer any of these questions for you until I tell you about our sponsor? It's kinda killer. There's nothing else like it.
There is actually. QNAP makes one, but it only has 4 drives.
Well then, that's not really that much like it, is it? And this is an even smaller segue to our sponsor. Yeah, it's not the most space efficient, but hey, we just got a free rack.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I'm pretty happy. Happy to tell you about our sponsor. Is Apple finally bringing the fight to Microsoft in gaming? Is it any good? Am I about to make the switch to talking about our sponsor? Motivate developers to port their games natively, which is, yeah, gonna be necessary for a good experience. Just like this good experience telling you about our sponsor. Who knows what would happen if I came over here and twisted this dial, or pushed this button, or, wait, what does this one do?
Segue sponsor.
I mean, think about it. App/roaming data wasn't built in a day. That's some computer humor for you. And I'm gonna follow it up with this segue to our sponsor. Have you ever gotten a delivery you totally weren't expecting? Well, that happens here too. Where did this come from? What is inside it? Can it play Doom? Can you get one of your very own? We're gonna answer all these questions and more after this word from our sponsor. I'm no longer asking why TX, I'm asking, why haven't I told you about our sponsor? Wooden case? Check. Wooden mechanical keyboard? Double check. Is this a wooden water cooling fitting though? And how about this wooden segue to our sponsor? I think the most positive thing I can say about it is it's patent protected. Just like this patented segue to our sponsor. To shed some light on how laptop production works for a small startup partner like Framework. And to shed some light on our sponsor. I think the last thing is to write a little message in here. Hi, from our sponsor. Now, let's turn it on and hear this message from our sponsor. Honestly, their no-nonsense approach to both hardware and software would be very much appreciated. Just like I appreciate this no-nonsense segue to our sponsor. We get the full performance of each drive instead of only half like we do with the carrier cards. Oh, and you guys get this segue to our sponsor.
So the CPU usage from writing files to this file system would be like almost nothing.
When's that coming?
The server's here.
You know what else is here? This message from our sponsor. There's a veritable abundance of secondhand GPUs out there. So let's do some deal hunting, shall we? Oh, and some sponsor hunting. I begged, so I'm freaking thrilled. I won the game. Oh, and you won this segue to our sponsor. Yes, that is Microsoft Teams running on a $100 junior tablet from VTech. Look at this. It can even run this Segue. To our sponsor. And these Puro Sound Labs headphones, not bad. Just like this not bad Segue. To our sponsor.
Cool. I don't want to lie to you.
This doesn't make any sense.
HDMI?
I don't think it posted.
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Don't worry about this message from our sponsor. They've definitely got the manufacturing chops. Just like I've got the chops for this Segue. To our sponsor. That's gonna be a nay. Goes in the pile. Oh, nay, like this Segue to our sponsor.
Oh, no.
Maybe we'll have a comment pinned with some more thoughts. And you know what else we're gonna have down below the video? Is a link to our sponsor.
I don't want to buy a new case every time I upgrade my motherboard.
Fortunately, I don't have to. And the janky adventure that you're about to watch is brought to you by. That's why we still have front panel connectors that aren't standardized. Just like we have this Segue that isn't standardized. To our sponsor.
4060 is yet another nail in the world's most overpriced coffin. And we're tired of it. And we're also tired of not telling you about our sponsor.
If they stop giving a crap, that's when I'll know that the end is coming.
But you know what you didn't see coming? This Segue to our sponsor. Follow me and I'll show you. The tech is just on the other side of this tunnel. Let's go!
Oh, look at all the pretty Segways. To our sponsor.
Quick, go subscribe to the new channel. Everyone's gonna be there, like James and Riley and Rush and me, and our sponsor.